Happy New Year! This is Sonnyc. So I've got 13 ranked maps on 2020, and I decided to make a tier list of those maps. Generally, I'm very proud of what I made, so let's check it out together. Among 13 ranked maps, I'll start with Melody of Heaven. This was my first 2020 ranked map, and it was made for an IAHN Mappers Guild quest. IAHN is a Korean feature artist in Osu, and I gathered some Korean mappers to make some map sets. But a lot of IAHN songs are low BPM electronic, so it was a bit difficult to map. I mostly focused on making something safe. There weren't any special attempts, and I didn't really have any ideas. So to rate this map, not really gonna add things at D, but maybe I'll have to add this one somewhere low. Let's place it at C. The second map is less than 3, and I almost didn't use green lines here. The song's intensity didn't feel that different, so I just decided to go with the same setting. I remember one of the comments which said I'm not expressing the song enough because of the undermapping. The chorus surely had a lot of stream potential, but I just went with vocals. One of the main gimmicks was showing a group of pattern by using color hacks. For example, these are two individual combos but are supposed to be the same one. You can see in its position and the green combo color. The same thing happens for purple, pink, and orange as well. I personally like how this map turned out, but I'll place it B so I can reserve A and S for other conceptual maps. The third ranked map is Dear My Friend. This was a random TV size mapping. The chorus felt it could suit really nice with some cool sliders. I heard there was a slider merger function in mapping tool, so this map was basically a practice to merge sliders. Other than that, there weren't any special attempts. So as we sorted less than 3 at B, I'll rank this B as well. The next map is something definitely special, My Sweet Maiden. This is my typical vocal mapping, but this time, I expressed with super fast sliders. Since I had that experience of using mapping tools before, I could successfully make some really long sliders. Because sliders are underrated in the game compared to circles, I wanted to make something challenging, but having a low start difficulty. My plan was successful if you take a look at the start diff. Especially the slider here is a big trap. You should move your cursor really precisely for a full combo. To make this concept work though, I had to make a proper build-up with a spread which I'm also proud of. For example, I'm comparing with lower difficulties and you can see these are all the same. This was something that I really enjoyed the mapping process itself, so I want to rate this high, but thinking from today's perspective, there was something I missed. The map is pure vocal mapping, but I didn't really care about the lyrics. The map could have fit the song better than now, so I'll mark it A. Next one is Absent Color, which was mapped for a featured artist showcase. The song called for a tag map, which was a big challenge for my whole mapping career. I never mapped text, so I started with using some kickstarters. But since I didn't know how the flow works, I just focused on placing objects that look good. Still, I kinda like how the map turned out with its clean visual and some tech feelings that I created. These pair of sliders was the main attempt in showing the melody of the song. The melody line was so characteristic and I wanted to make it something special. Another attempt done here is with the spread design. Every difficulty has a plus marker at the end of each difficulty. As a result, you can see the red icon for insane is missing at the website, which makes an absent color. The spread itself is linear, so yeah, that works. For this map, I'll mark it A. A+. It was my first tag map that I liked, but still it could have been better by adding more diversity. And now it is Shut Up and Osu With Me. When I first heard this song, I was like, oh my god, I must map this. Originally, my intention was to make something generic, so it can reach to a majority of player base, but apparently there is a lot of hate as well. I think it's because of the wide angles and the space stream. But thanks to yomegA for producing this music, it's got the highest favorites among my 2020 maps. Because the song was awesome, I wanted to make it ranked really quickly, so it was technically something speed map. It only took 4 or 5 days to complete a full spread. Speaking about the map itself though, it was meant to be something generic, so it's a bit hard to give a high tier. Despite of the popularity, I'll give a B. Next map is Temotemote, which is a remix of Witch Doctor and Lucky Star. One of the interesting comments I read was, this is the peak of tech mapping. While it wasn't intended as tech, mapping technique wise, I wouldn't say this was that different from Shut Up and Osu With Me. This was designed at the similar period, and the only difference would be the BPM. Yeah, it's 170, which is definitely higher than the pop song. Some notable attempts would be the circles repeating at the same position with a different rhythm choice. They're completely stacked, which makes playing with hidden really challenging. Also, yeah, blanket the spinner. Ranking this map was a big challenge though. If you guys want to rank a meme song, it's really difficult because a lot of BNs are like no to meme songs. While Shut Up and Osu with me got the highest favorites, this map got the highest play counts, which is some record. I was kinda thinking reserving S for 1 or 2 maps, so yeah, this got some community favorites, so maybe I'll place this at S.